What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut, and we're here with the Lamborghini Diablo SV. Hot Pursuit called, they want their car back, so I gotta bring it to you before Lamborghini week ends. Hot Pursuit 3, if we're being specific. This has been in Need for Speed games as long as most of us have been playing Need for Speed games. This car is really, really good in the S-Class. That is what we're building today. We're really happy with it. My man RC, we call him Uncle Ray Ray. He has been working with this car for a while. It's kind of his personal favorite. So when these guys get their personal car, the one they like to drive, they do lots of little tweaks. A little bit here, a little bit there, change different suspension, try different tires. Whatever it takes to get it to feel the best. And so RC's been running this one for a while. He really likes it. We've got it honed in. I was working on a different Lamborghini, and I was trying to shoot gameplay footage with it. He was running against that one in this car and was spanking that car every time. Like, we would just get into it straight away, he'd walk away. We'd get into the twisties and he would just walk away. And I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, he's like, oh man, I love this Diablo, it's so good. I was like, well, maybe I need to do another Diablo this week. He goes, oh yeah, you should, it's really, really good. So I built it the way he had it tuned. It was a little different than mine, and I love it. It is so good. Like, it's these guys, when they do things a little different, we really find something special more often than not. And so that's why I love my guys. The guys in the lab, they just tweak things a little different. They play with them a little different, and it turns into something real special. So big shout out to my man RC. This is his baby. Hot Pursuit 3 Lamborghini Diablo. Let's dig right in. For the engine we're running this one, we are running the 4.9 liter V8. I built this with the stock V12. Stock V12 did good. Keeps up, launches a little better. Doesn't have the horsepower, doesn't have the torque, and it doesn't quite have the same top speed. So you'll notice that the V12, when it's built out, does 842. Ours is currently 991. The torque of that one was 688. Ours is 1063. So that being said, it would go to 200 mile an hour and stop, like 199. It just sits there, and there was no red line tech. There was nothing you could do to really get it to go faster with that V12. With the V8 that we put in it, you can do about 208 with red line tech. So that extra 8 mile an hour is really attractive. Even though this one launches a little harder, even though the stats are a little different, that V12 just gets out of the hole really nice. But I think it kind of suffered everywhere else. This one's the better car. But if you guys are interested in the V12, maybe come over, shoot us a message in the Discord chat. We'll get you hooked up with this one. But it's not worth doing a whole build video on. So we are going to lean into the better engine for this car right now. Even though the V12 sounded so good. But V8, it's alright. So you guys are doing the basic iron 4.9 liter V8. It's all the way to the left. From there, we're going to go into our parts. You are going to do gold super induction. You are going to do platinum elite ECU. You're going to do platinum elite fuel system. You're going to do silver pro exhaust. You're going to want to put on the elite platinum supercharger. We are running just bronze sport NOS in this car. We are running elite platinum regular suspension, not the road suspension, the regular suspension. I tried both. We've been running with both. The car feels better. It does better on the curbs. It can get a little... It stays more stable with this suspension. With the road suspension, it would have a tendency to get into the dirt, get onto the curbs, and just get loose. And so this was better for us. The car's only got an 80% grip build because the Diablo can't go 100%. So I would recommend going the road suspension. You might try both. See what you think. You will have to fiddle with the downforce and stuff a little bit to get it out of the 330, but it's okay. I digress. Run the regular suspension. For this, we're running super gold brakes. That's what comes on it. We are running elite platinum grip tires. We are running the sport bronze clutch. You are running the sport bronze 4-speed transmission. This car is really great. Manual drivers. I'm going to show you how to shift this car. Automatic drivers. Watch the video for the lines, but the gameplay footage at the end of this, I'm going to do a manual transmission tutorial. Learn to drive manual with this car, you guys. It's got 4 gears. You launch in third, you stay in third and fourth. You really can ignore first the entire time. You can mostly ignore second. It's really very easy to drive, and the shift points are great. You shift from first to second at 50. You shift from second into third at 100. You shift from third into fourth at 150. So every 50 mile an hour, you hit that next gear. It's really simple. So if you're not sure what gear you need to be in, just look down at your speed. If you're going 130, you're in third gear. If you're going 80, you're in second gear. Easy. So once you kind of know what the car needs and how fast you're going, it's so easy to drive. So guys, get on the 4-speed train. Get on the manual transmission train. It's worth it. You launch faster. I'm really going to try to be encouraging you guys to do that because it is better. People that always want, hey, what's the best car? I always ask, are you driving the manual transmission? Well, no. Work on that first. Like, what's the point of me giving you the best car if you're not driving the most optimal way that you can? And I know some people don't like it. Is it because you're not good at it? Because it's a racing game, you guys. And it's not a sim racing game. Like, there's no clutch. There's no funny business. Just pick the gear, select it, and get it going. 4-speed's the way to go. I digress. We are running the Elite Platinum differential. Auxiliary, up to you. I'm running grip. I'm running near miss. This car does really well with those. For handling, slide the bar all the way to the left. We're running 80% grip. Steering sensitivity, I'm 2 clicks to the right. You might go 3 clicks, make it turn in a little better. It's up to you. Downforce, I'm right here. You can go all the way up. I've got it right there. You can go down a little further. You can go anywhere from there over. So go anywhere in that area you think it's good. I'm running it in this zone. I think it is a little more rowdy with less downforce, but I don't mind that so much. Traction control is off. Drift entry is off. Car's great, you guys. So with all that, you're going to have the Lamborghini Diablo SV. It says 193 with this motor and transmission. If you're doing redline tech, it does 207, 208 real easy. 991 horsepower, 1063 on the torque. This is one of my more favorite S cars. I don't think anything will ever replace the 71 Skyline in S-Class because that car is just perfect. It's so fast. But this is very stable. It's very good. It looks really good. And I don't know. Just the way it handles is very predictable. You can kind of just e-brake to get the car pointed and just accelerate out and call it a day. It does what you want to do. Stay tuned for the gameplay footage. I'm going to put up a poll for the next 24 hours after this video drops on, do you guys want next week to be just random cars? Would you like us to do a BMW week? Would you like us to do a Ferrari week? I like doing the themed weeks because there's a lot of cars that we would probably build on that we typically wouldn't, and a lot of people kind of get a little bit more variety that way. They're not super meta, but we've kind of set the meta. Most of the good cars are kind of established in their classes. Every now and then we'll find something new, but for the most part, I feel like we've kind of touched all the cars right now, and we've tried a lot of things. So let me know. You can drop a comment down below what you'd like to see, if you want to see BMW or you want to see Ferrari week. But either way, let me know what you guys think. I'm thankful for you. You're helping me grow my channel by watching these videos. Stay tuned for the gameplay footage and how to drive a manual. Like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Twitch, come hang out. Any interaction, I'm thankful for you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. Alrighty, for this video, watch for the launch. I'm currently shifting into third gear. Switch your car to automatic in the menu system and then turn automatic reverse off. That's the only way to launch the car into different gear. We're in third gear. We launch and we hold nitrous. You'll see the car glows for a second, and then as our nitrous runs out, we're already at 100 miles an hour. That's going to put us into third gear. At 150, we shift into fourth. This transmission is fantastic for all of that, and it's just wonderful to have the gears set up at that ratio. It's just so easy to figure stuff out. So we really just stay in fourth gear. We're just using our yellow boost to just stay up on speed. We're going to hit some top speed here, and you guys will get to see kind of what this car actually does. So So it said 193. Well, we're well into that now. Okay, there's 200. Now we're bounced off the rev limiter at 200 with a little red line tech. That's when it starts to go up. This straightaway is a little rough, so it doesn't quite hit red line tech because I don't have time to do it. But regardless, car turns in really good. I am using the handbrake to steer, but we haven't shifted since we got into fourth, you guys. We're just in fourth, just running. The manual transmission is worth it just for the launch alone. And our poor opponent, I don't know this guy. I feel bad for him because we really did walk away. So now we're doing 205 with that red line tech. 207. This car's a beast. I love the way it handles. We're in third. Now, I'm below 150 mile an hour. So that's third gear. Anything from 90 mile an hour all the way up to 150 is third. Anything above 150 is fourth. Simple, easy. I don't shift until after I've already started my corner and I've hit the e-brake and I'm turning and I'm about to get back on the throttle. I downshift right before that. So just brake first, set your corner, make sure you're good, and then downshift. Third gear corner there, pretty easy. There's 150. We go back into fourth. And you can shift anywhere like 148, 150, 152. I mean, just in the 150 mile an hour range. So there, we went below 100, but I stayed in third. This car's got so much horsepower and so much torque that it doesn't really matter. You can, as long as you're above 85, 90 mile an hour, third gear is going to be fine. Once again, this car gets us right up to 200 mile an hour, pretty good. We're doing a little red line tech, 204. And we're finishing out that race. This car is fabulous, you guys. You're going to love it. You get it, you drive it, you will love it. All right, so I'm going to walk you through kind of why we shift up certain gears the way we do. We start this car in third gear. When you get a perfect launch, your car glows and you're accelerating way faster than you normally would. After that glow runs out, we've still got a little nitrous left, so we're holding nitrous while we're accelerating. When you're using the super boost that you get off a perfect launch with your nitrous in combination with being in that higher gear, we're not wasting any of that boost, either the nitrous or the super start, during shifting times. When you're shifting, during the shift, there's no power. And so when we already launch in a gear that is way higher, we get to use all of that power at a very high rate of speed. And that's why we launch so much harder than the automatic cars, because they're also getting the super boost, but they're having to shift gears, and so they're wasting a lot of that boost in the transition between the gears. In this car, we launch third. The reason we launch third is because when the nitrous runs out and the super boost runs out, we're going over 100, and that's the exact gear we want to be in, which is third. So we want to start in a gear that after our boosting is done, we're in the proper space. We don't have to shift. So third gear launch here, super boost makes car glow, it runs out, and then we still nitrous until we're going over 100, and then we're right where we need to be, and we finish out third gear. Bing, bang, boom, we're off to the races. Anything that can give you a 100-yard advantage on your opponents is super, super worth it. I try to save this yellow boost for the corner there. I'm in fourth gear because I didn't want yellow boost to take me to 150 and bounce off the rev limiter. So I just kind of stay in fourth, use the yellow boost to keep me accelerating, and I just kind of use the torque of the car to be in a little lower gear there. 200 mile an hour on that straightaway in this car is fabulous. You'll see I'm in third there. It's because we were bouncing around 90, 95 mile an hour in that corner, so there's no reason to shift down to second, just to be at the top of the gear to shift again. So we're just really bouncing between third and fourth here. I'm staying in third even when I drop below 100. I would say if you drop below 85, it's worth the shift. But anything, around 90 or 100, just stay in third, you guys. So I'm trying to kind of explain to you guys. This is very easy to shift. You're only shifting, a couple of times every lap. So right there, we got down to about 88, 90 mile an hour, and I still stayed in third. And there's so much torque and horsepower with this car that it's going to carry you through, no problem. We finally catch fourth gear there because this is the nice straightaway. I love hitting 200 on the straightaway. It's super cool. Here we only hit 190 because I didn't use any boost getting into it, but that's all right. We're trying to use our yellow boost to accelerate out of corners or to make us turn harder. Now there, I should have shifted into fourth, but I knew that corner was coming, so I just stayed in third because I didn't want to have to shift up just to shift down as soon as I brake. And that's another thing you can do. Once you have control over that transmission, if you know you're about to slow down, just don't bother going through the motions of the shift because you know the car is going to downshift, so there's no reason to do the extra inputs and slow things down. Same thing there. We're getting to 150, but I'm staying in third because I know that I'm going to slow down as soon as I hit that corner. Here we do go into fourth because it's the downhill section. I wait until after the corner though, and then we just accelerate through there. This car is very rewarding, you guys, for manual players. It's a great car to learn with. I would really recommend that everybody get on the train and just work with it. It will work for an automatic. If you are an automatic driver, the car is fine. But if you're going to learn manual, this is the car to start in. So a very flawless race. I feel bad for our opponent. I don't know this guy, but he's going to be wondering what's special about that Lamborghini, that's for sure. This street race is really good. Once again, you're going to see a whole lot of third gear, a little bit of fourth gear. When you've only got to go between two gears, there's really no reason not to drive the manual. Get the super boost, the glow wears off, we're still nitrosine. There's 100 mile an hour, we're right in third, right where we need to be. At 150, we click fourth, right there, and we just carry out that speed. For this corner, I tap the e-brake multiple times to kind of just keep the car pointed without doing a crazy slide. So you'll see that the car's a little jittery. That's me pressing the handbrake 3 or 4 times during that one corner. You'll notice we're in third. We only downshifted once. I'll go into this corner, I'll downshift once. Or stay in third, I guess. I didn't even go up to fourth. We're just staying in third gear, you guys. I downshifted to, I went up to fourth, down to third really quick. I'm using the handbrake to turn, just pointing the car and shooting. Keeping a nice tight line through there so I can kind of keep a straight line on the exit. Handbrake turn here. Third gear, handbrake turn here. Stay in third. Use some nitrous to get us back up to speed. No problem. We will click fourth because this is the long straightaway. And you'll get to see a little bit of redline tech. I think I do 204 at the end of this. .203. Yeah, for a car that says it only goes 193 mile an hour, we sure exceed that, don't we? I love this thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this will help you a little bit on learning that manual transmission. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Maybe leave a comment below. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.